Sagittarius, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Saggies, in today's reading I'm going to give you a couple of the oracle, going to do a reading and then clarify it. Just wanted to put out there that I really appreciate you guys being on my channel, supporting me, or just viewing my channel and taking anything that I'm saying and some kind of guidance. I really appreciate that. Really do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Sagittarius, 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 Sagittarius. Let's get started on your reading. Oh, okay. Wow, I really wanted to come out there. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right. So you have the card of Wandering Path. Enjoy the journey. So, definitely feeling like you're on this new path, on going in a different direction from what you expected. Maybe traveling also, figuring out your new path. So it's good. Hold on, you guys. Let me see what's going on. And then you have the Infinite Abundance card, which is abundance is pouring into your life. Yes, definitely. Abundance is coming in any way, shape, or form. So it's very nice. Love it. Thank you, spirits. Wow, those are two beautiful cards that you have. Two beautiful cards. All right, so let's do this. Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Saggies. Sagittarius. All right, one for the current. This is for Sagittarius for the highest good spirit. So you start off with the Page of Pentacles. You could be learning something new. Opportunities are around you, messages coming through, definitely some kind of abundance, financial opportunities coming in. Curious to learn something, wanting to learn something different, putting, like you're very curious. One for the situation. You have this Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords says that, you are in your mind a lot, overthinking about things that you shouldn't be in your mind about. But we'll see. Maybe you're worried about things or disappointment, some kind of, just have a lot of worry on you. You have the one for the past or now. You have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is definitely talking about some kind of ending coming through. I believe it's now. I believe that there's a lot of things that are closing up for all of us, whether there were obstacles or careers or situations, they were still going on in our lives, and they're coming to a close, and it could have been painful. So I am going to say that this is now. Hold on, you guys. Let me just see my phone. Everybody. Okay. So, one for what's hidden. This is for Saggies. Wow. There is a breakthrough coming through. Feel like you're needing to speak your truth or seeing the truth about things. Also here. New path, new beginning. Definitely in your mind a lot, though. Definitely. One for the hopes and the fears. The Three of Pentacles. I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, you're wanting to be seen about something. Like you're wanting to be heard. You're wanting to be seen. I feel like there could have been like some kind of third party also here. Maybe there could have been somebody or someone, involved in some kind of partnership or something here. I do feel like there's traveling. I do feel like you are being recognized for everything that you've been putting out, your ideas or the things that you're wanting to create and do. Also, one for the what you need to do now. The Five of Swords, leaving this anger behind, really leaving the frustration, the arguing, the anger, the mad, situation behind. One for what you need to work on. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. I feel like there were a lot of decisions that you're needing to make. I feel like, you're needing to really take it easy at this time and really, try your best to go within and clear your mind. There is a lot of new good things coming in, but you're definitely going in a new direction here. You're holding on to a lot, though. You still have the Nine of Swords. You went from the Nine of Swords into the Ten of Swords, and just like something is coming to an end. Okay, so just expect it. One for the outcome. Yeah, the Five of Cups here. Five of Cups is talking about disappointment. Not really wanting to do anything, not really wanting to connect with your ideas or being out there. Maybe you're just still holding on to a lot of disappointment, not feeling like you're in the mood to just go and do something different. It's like it's there, it's calling you, but it's like, you don't have that energy to do it, I feel like there's opportunities around you, but you're just not really seeing them because you're still anger. You still have a lot of anger here. You still have a lot of frustration. Wow. Okay. So we'll see, Saggies. You do have the Judgment card. Something has changed you. You're not that same person that you used to be anymore. Because you are seeing things very differently now. With the Judgment card here, it says that you're like going through this rebirth, this complete change of you. Not your identity, the way you're doing things, the way you're wanting to do things. It's like you're not that same person anymore that used to do it. Because they wanted to make everybody else feel it. You're doing it because you don't want to do it anymore. You have the Four of Pentacles here, definitely needing to adapt to the changes that are going to come in no matter what. Stop holding on to anything that's in the past. Let it go. Like this anger, this frustration, this worry that you have, let it go. And then you have the Eight of Swords. Something that you're not seeing or didn't want to deal with is here. Something that, you could be feeling stuck about, things like that. But we'll see. Wow, that's a lot here. But no matter what, you are definitely going to move on from it, because I do feel like there is abundance. I do feel like these are things that are just holding you down, like your feelings and your emotions that you're dealing with, because we're all going through a lot, The energy is shifting a lot for all of us, and it's changing a lot. We're seeing clearly, we're seeing truth, we're speaking truth, things that we hadn't done like for years, and finally they're like everything's coming out. All right, so let's do this. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Saggies. Why is the Page of Pentacles here for Saggies? Oh, thank you. Wow. So you have 9 here. 9, 9, and 9. So look that up. That's a good number. It means you're completing things. So you are definitely start off with the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're very curious about learning something new, Saggies. But you're not really like your motivation, like you're motivated. They're asking you to try to learn something new, do things in a different way, than what you used to do, trying new things or meditating in new ways or getting grounded in different ways, seeing things very differently. And that's what they're asking you. Maybe doing it in a different way will get you to move forward from everything that you're feeling and you're dealing with. There is definitely a lot of opportunities around you, financial opportunities. You're learning your messages also here for you. They're asking you to really see everything that you have accomplished and you achieved in your life, Saggies, because you've done a lot. You quickly forget on how far you have come, but what you have done is accomplished a lot. You're moving forward. You're seeing things very differently now. And that's what they're saying. Have gratitude for everything, because, more of it is going to come in. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles says that, you're very independent. You know how to make the things move. You know how to make money come in. But they're asking you to trust yourself, to get in tune with your higher self, with your higher spiritual guidance that you're getting, what you're doing, like your intuitive side. Get in tune with it more. Learn more about it. Be on the spiritual path that you're wanting to do. Like, be curious about things. Connect with your higher self is what they're asking you. And it doesn't mean that you have to be like, you drop everything and just be a spiritual person. It doesn't mean that. It just means that, learn to meditate when things are hectic, or clear your mind when you're feeling like it's just like all over the place. Get grounded. These are things that we need in life in order for us not to get frustrated or deal with people, stuff like that. And that's what they're saying. They're saying that everything that you're putting in flourishes. It grows, it becomes something that you're wanting to do. So that is very nice. There's abundance here coming through also. And you have the card here, so that just clarifies it here. Hello. All right, so you have the Nine of Swords for the situation. And why is the Nine of Swords here? One more card. So you start off with the Nine of Wands and the Nine Swords. I'm sorry, Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is talking about, really worried, really overthinking about things. Don't know how to do this. Don't know how this happened. Don't know. You're like in your mind. Like normal people normally do this. They worry about things. Um, they're asking you to stand your ground, to be bold, to be courageous, to speak what's on your mind, to say what it is that you're needing to say because you're needing to communicate. If something is bothering you, it's time to go out there and say what you're needing to say. I feel like you're making decisions. You're contemplating a decision here. Also, you're also making plans and not really saying anything about it to anyone. But I feel like you have a lot of opportunities, but you're just needing to say something that is on your mind, like so that way you can move away from this worry. So that way, maybe if you say something, it's out in the open and things are going to change for the better. Is what they're saying. And this is something that you're needing to do. Or maybe it's something like a truth that you already know. You're already seeing it, and it's like been in your mind a lot. So now you have the Ten of Swords for the past or now, Saggies. And why is the Ten of Swords? Oh, well, this is in the past or now, so I do believe it is now. I do believe that something has come to an end in your life, and things are changing definitely for you. Whether it was painful or it just needed to change, it's moving through. So I believe it's now. Yeah, the Ace of Swords here for the what's hidden. Look at that. So you do have the Death card and you have the Page of Wands. So definitely there's messages coming through. Things are going to change for the better, okay? Because you have changed. Things have come to a close. A lot of situations in your life are definitely changing for you. But there's this new path that's trying to come in with clarity and breakthroughs and truth here. And that's something that you're needing because you're not the same. You're not the same person that you were. You are really looking at things differently now, Saggies. They're asking you to believe in yourself, to create what it is that you're wanting to create, to put it out there, to plant that seed so it could flourish because you have changed and it's going to become something good for you. Believe that even though you're going through this transformation and this huge healing, that things are going to get better for you no matter what, because I do see that there's breakthroughs. I do see that there's change. I see messages here. I see a lot, endings, and when we go through endings, they always go through something else. And when that ending comes through, it comes to a new cycle coming through also. So nice. Don't give up on anything. Really believe that things are going to get better. Okay. If you're going through something, you have the Three of Pentacles right here. One more card for the hopes and fears. So you have the Seven of Swords and you have the Two of Pentacles. So, with the Seven of Swords, it is a card of deceit. Maybe there was a third party here. Maybe there was somebody else, somebody was cheating on you, or maybe there have been lies, or maybe there's been, just a lot of deceit. It could be anything. Lies, cheating, stealing, anything, but I do feel like, it could have been part of a partnership or just something like that. Hold on, you guys. Okay. I also too feel like you are definitely being recognized for everything that you're doing. I feel like there's traveling here too, so just know that. But there is definitely a lot of decisions that you're contemplating and making. So just really try to get grounded also before you make any of these decisions, okay? Because there is a lot of things that you're holding on to. And that is a lot of the worry, a lot of anger, and it's hard to make decisions when you're like that, okay? Nurture yourself also and take it easy. That's what they're saying. Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here? One more card. Alright. So, you do have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is talking about anger, being angry, really being angry about things. And how it happened. But I feel like you are definitely on this new path because you have this card twice. So there's breakthroughs, there's clarity, there's truth here. So definitely, I don't know, I didn't know you can see it. Sorry, guys. So there is truth here. There is clarity, and there is breakthroughs coming through. Get things in order. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, put your energy into it. What passion you want to create, what it is that you're wanting to put your effort and time in, do it. Okay, because it's time. You are going to be successful. You're very strong-willed. You know how to do things. But it's time to put things in order. Time to get things done the way you're needing to. Okay, leave this anger and frustration behind and move on to these new things that are coming into your life, because once you leave that anger and that frustration, doors start opening. You're going to start noticing more things coming in. You have the Two of Pentacles here. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for what you need to work on? So you do have the Two of Pentacles. Really take it easy. Slow down and take your time with things here. Okay, try not to rush into anything. You are definitely trying to move forward, and I can see that here, but you're also needing to make decisions. Okay, because that's really what you're doing. You're trying to juggle everything all at once, but you really need to slow down to make these decisions. Okay, because the King of Pentacles is definitely here, especially when you're making financial opportunities or financial decisions. Really take your time with things, because remember, the King of Pentacles, he didn't get to where he was at like that. He took his time, and that's what they're asking you, is take your time with everything, especially your finances, on how you're doing them, how you're spending them, how you're working with them. Okay, really take the time, your time. Take your time with everything. You have the Five of Cups here for the outcome, and why is the Five of Cups here? Wow. So you started off with the Five of Cups, and definitely, you still have that disappointment, that regret, that, not wanting to deal with anything, or not wanting, to go on, because you feel like, why should you? Things are just not going to work out anyways, right? So you need to leave that behind, that mentality of being disappointed, of regret, because, you've done the best that you could, and now you got to move on. Okay, Sagittarius, you got to move on. Look at what's around you, because there are definitely opportunities coming towards you. Your luck is changing for the better. Cycles are coming in or closing. You're moving on to something new experiences also. And then you have the Emperor. You're going to take your power back. Believe me, you will. You're a force. You know what you're doing. You know how to make wise decisions. You're always ready for everything that happens. You've been through it all, Saggies. It's not like you haven't, but it's like they're asking you, hey, remember where you've been. Remember that, there's been a point in your life when you were down, and you've been up now. You're up doing what you're needing to do, and you could do it all again by taking your power back. Okay? So, wow. This is very nice. Remember that no matter what, you're definitely going to be moving forward. Okay? All right, so Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. God bless.